Fuck it, I'm getting jugged. Fuck you. If I knew how to get that.
Someone die on purpose. Like, why don't you all three die so I can just, you know, get this thing.
This could get interesting.
There you go.
Oh, now you can use it. Physics up. That's funny. Oh my fucking god. Look at that.
Why are you wasting the ammo?
You missed.
Bag of watch it. I love it. Oh,
my god.
I'll be able to two-shot him with the brecci though, shouldn't be a problem. Wait, where'd he go? There he is. You jumped right into it.
Vital to deciding the outcome of the war.
You saw the new code? Up, Chinese, Dragon Ball.
Chinese
Dragon Ball.
Bro.
A drawing manifests itself in reality.
That was such bullshit.
This can't be happening.
Alright, let's speedrun this shit.
Oh my god, I'm alive. Why am I? Oh god, I'm dead. I ran into. I ran face first into the fucking excavator, dude.
Oh shit! Oh my god!
wow. I saw that. Through the head choppers. He went through the head choppers and the trample stand pushed him back through the head choppers again. And it like threw him in the air. And when he fell, he died.
I'm out of ammo. I have nothing. We got grenades though.
Yeah. That's something.
Yes.
Explosions!
Oh my god! Oh my god.
Well, here we are. Sitting in a zombies lobby. And sitting in a zombies lobby has meant a lot to me. It's where I've had some of the best conversations with my friends. Whether it's just jokes or just talking about life. The amount of times that I've played a game of zombies and then just sat inside of a zombies lobby and talked with people. It's it's crazy, and to say that zombies means a lot to me is an understatement. I can remember back in 2008 playing a World at War. Oh no, it was 2009 when this happened, because I got it for Christmas 2008. I didn't play it too much, so by the time that I beat the campaign, it would have been 2009. That's where I got introduced into zombies. And I fell in love with it. And over the years, I've gotten better and better and better, to a point where during Black Ops 2, I was playing for money. I won some money, and yeah, I'd say I was pretty damn good at zombies. And I started streaming it and made money through that too. And here we are, me accepting defeat in a way, that for the first time, I'm not going to complete this battle pass. I have 20 more levels, 19. No, I don't want to. Oh, never mind. I thought I had an unlock token. I've got, what, 20 more levels to unlock? I've got 46 more levels to hit Master Prestige, which I've done every single season up till now. In a way, it's me accepting defeat. In a way, this here is me realizing that I'm not the one that's defeated. It's Call of Duty. I mean, just look at my levels. Seasons 1, 2, and 3, I barely hit Master Prestige and then I stopped. And that's what has been happening since Black Ops 2, really. I do the bare minimum. I would beat the Easter eggs of the map and then never play the map again. And it's been that way ever since Black Ops 2. I've fallen out of love with zombies. I'm just here for the challenges. I'm just here to hit that prestige and then I'm done. And at a point, is it worth it anymore? And the answer is no. The game doesn't make me happy anymore. And without that, what's the point in even playing? It's how do I put it into words? It's hard. Like, looking back on Black Ops 1, that's where I started to really get good at zombies. And my favorite map of all time, Call of the Dead. That map and Ascension, but I would say more on Call of the Dead, because there were no traps. There was no real easy way to cheese your way through the map. It was hard. Call of the Dead is where I really focused my skills in zombies and being able to train, being able to run through tight spots. It's man, that and No Man's Land on Moon, being able to train in a shoebox. Those maps are where I really honed my skills in zombies. And like I said, Black Ops 2 was when I started playing for money. And ever since then, zombies has changed. It's become this thing of challenges, even with the Easter eggs. If you see the Easter egg as a challenge, that's what I've been doing. I do that challenge once and then I don't do it again. And here with Cold War, I've done these Easter eggs several times, but for someone that's at my level in zombies, they're not a challenge. You know, it's a lot of them, except for the first one on Outbreak. I can do all of these with my eyes closed. They're too easy. And I've noticed a pattern with these things. I think the reason why I'm still playing this game up to this point is because of those challenges. I love doing challenges. Big point here is on Destiny 1. The whole, what are they called? Bounties, I think, right? Bounties? When you go in, you get these challenges, and you do those, you come back, you pick up more, then you go back out, and you have challenges for PvE, and then you had challenges for PvP. And then you had challenges for strikes. And then you had... They kept adding on. I loved how Destiny 1 was structured. Especially with their reputation system. Each challenge gained you rep, and after you capped your rep level, you get a reward. Especially towards the end cycle of the game, where it was like, oh, you get to level 25 on these certain reps, you get an exotic item. Or it would give you a higher level than what you currently are. It was one of... For me, it was one of the things that made that game so fun, is just grinding reps. And grinding reps through doing those challenges. And it built on these things where I would try to do as many challenges at once in one spot. And that is what got me hooked in D1. And it goes back to Origins, which I'll talk on later. It's the whole timing thing. It'll make more sense if I explain Origins later. But I love doing those challenges. And following over into D2, on Destiny 2, those challenges meant a whole lot less, and it ruined it. To a point where now, all that you're doing is those challenges. All that you're doing is bounties. But the reward there is... it's lackluster. There is none. You already have things that you're going to use over the potential rewards from that. All it is, at the most, is light leveling. You're grinding for that, but once that's done, what are you doing? That's why I don't play Destiny 2. It's just a constant cycle of doing that over and over and over again. And I'm burned out on it. It's at a point where going back and playing Destiny 1, starting on a fresh character, doing that whole grind again, I would rather do that, play through Destiny 1 from level 1 all the way up to level 40, light level, I think it's 400 is the cap on that. I would rather do that than play Destiny 2. It's just how the game is structured. And when I look at how these games are structured with Call of Duty Zombies, the thing that really killed it this year is prestiging. Why did I play so much Black Ops 3? The prestiging system. And I'll be honest, once I hit Master Prestige, I think I'm level like plus 80 something. Whatever max prestige is, I'm plus 80. I hit that and then I stopped playing, but by the time that I maxed out on that, there was other stuff for me to do. And the same thing with Black Ops 3. It's the same thing. Prestiging kept me playing. With this, the prestige system, it's just leveling. There's no reset. If it had that reset, I would still be playing it. A lot more than this. You know, I only got to level 80 in the battle pass. Only level 150 on this. I would have much more playtime. Because I'm sure if you go back and you look at my playtime in Call of Duty Zombies on Black Ops 1, it's a lot more than 18 days. A whole lot more than 18 days. I probably have months played. Same for Black Ops 2. And then it slowly got less and less. Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4. It's just how the game was structured. It's not for me. And it's sad. Because Call of Duty is the game that got me into online play. And even with multiplayer, look at my time played in Zombies compared to my time in multiplayer. I have not played a single game of Warzone this year. It's... the multiplayer, I have no interest in it. Same for Vanguard. Same for every non-Treyarch title, all the way back to Ghost. I have no interest in the multiplayer. And Ghost is probably what started to kill that for me. It's the gunplay on Ghost was fantastic. Arguably better than Treyarch's, especially now. But man, those maps are terrible. It's just like the Black Ops 2 multiplayer was, in my opinion, the best. The time to kill on that for me was perfect. It's short, not too short. It's not quite hardcore short, quick time to kill, but everything's gonna die in like 3 to 6 bullets. That for me is where I like things. Where now everything dies in like 6 to 10 bullets, and it feels like it's very inconsistent. Because I can be using the exact same gun with the exact same attachments from the exact same range. One game it'll take 6 bullets to kill, and I've got like a 20 KD. And in other games it's taking the entire magazine to kill, probably closer to like 14, 15 bullets. It's probably more like 8. But it feels like that because I'm spraying nonstop and things just aren't dying. And I have proof of this. It started in Destiny 2, where you can watch their health bars. And in one game, things chunk a lot more than in other games. It's at a point where I can't play it anymore. It's just, I don't understand it. There's a lot of inconsistency. You know? Look at my E-lim/D ratio. 1.17. That's, I don't think that's the lowest I've ever had. But as far as games that I've played more than a day, I don't even have a day on this. I have 8 hours. It's by far one of the lowest. I'm normally like a 1.5. Up to Black Ops 1, I had a 2. What was it? I forget. It was a 2 something. It was either a 2.37 or a 2.73. I was good on that game. Black Ops 2, I think it was a 1.17 on average is what I had. And then from there on, I've been at a 1.5. And then with this, man, with this matchmaking, it's God. And I mean, obviously by my time played, Zombies has been holding me in with Call of Duty, and I'm at a point where, like, in one day the last map for this game comes out, and I'll probably play it for a week and then I'm done. I'm not going to do the Battle Pass. I'd rather play Apex Legends. I'd rather play a solo game. Single player game. Let me rephrase that. And as far as new multiplayer games, the Battlefield 2042 open beta is happening right now as I'm speaking. As I am recording this, I can play that right now, and I'm going to as soon as I'm done recording this. I want a multiplayer game to grab me the way that Call of Duty did back in when did I get into it? 2009, I believe. Yeah, 2009. 2009, 2010, that's when I really got into multiplayer too. Along with Zombies. I played the fuck out of Call of Duty, Black Ops 1 and 2. And now I barely, I do the challenges and that's it. I mean, yeah, that's a couple hours a day, but in comparison, it's nothing. And people say that I play a lot of Apex. Yeah, I'm the top level on there. I'm level 500. That's what you max out at. But compared to people that I know and that I play with, I hop on for the challenges and that's it. That multiplayer is good, but it's not addicting. And I want a multiplayer that is addicting. I played Battlefield 5. The gunplay on that, it's addicting. But the game's been out. When PlayStation put Battlefield 5 up for free on PlayStation Plus, that's when I first played it. So I'm playing Battlefield 5 for free. I paid nothing. I fell in love with the gunplay. But I'm also realizing that I can't put too much time into it because a new Battlefield's coming out. I'll say this. I paid $0 to play that game, and I spent $20 on the operator skins. And I've played maybe a day's worth of multiplayer. I'm actually curious. I don't know if you can see it on there. I don't know if they keep that track, that stat. But I would be willing to bet I have at least 20 hours played on Battlefield 5's multiplayer compared to my 8 on here. Well, 9 to round up. And I'll tell you what, if Battlefield 5 didn't have vehicles, if it didn't have tanks, I'd be playing it nonstop. So, with Battlefield 2042, it's got tanks. It depends on the gunplay. Will it hook me in? I don't know. I'm hoping it does. I've been wanting a game that hooks me in. Call of Duty is not it. It keeps going further and further and further away from what hooks me in. So, this is the final goodbye for Call of Duty. I'm not playing Vanguard, and the next Treyarch game, if the multiplayer doesn't interest me, I'm not going to buy it. And with that, I'm not going to play Zombies. And Zombies has... It's meant so damn much. I built my channels around it, both YouTube and Twitch, basically built around Zombies. It's by far what I'm the best known for, I would think, is Zombies. And like I said, starting with Black Ops 3, those maps, I do the Easter egg and then I'm done playing it. There was one that started to hook me. Der Eisendrache on Black Ops 3. That map hooked me. With their Easter egg and the bows and doing all of those steps. It reminded me of Origins. And I started playing it like Origins. Where, like, beating the dragons and everything, I was starting to optimize it where I would have those bows done as quickly as possible, round-wise. So I'm ready to go into the boss fight on the lowest round possible. I was playing a solo and I was doing that non-stop. And then I'd get into the boss fight and something like this would happen.
From torment. This cannot be my journey's end. 'Tis much too soon. This cannot be my journey's end. 'Tis much too soon.
And something like that would happen every single time I'd get into the boss fight. I would die to something dumb like that. To a point where I stopped playing the map solo. I got a group of friends, we blew through the Easter egg, and then I stopped playing the map. That boss fight killed the map for me. It ruined it. But like I said, it reminded me so much of Origins, and Origins is by far, in my opinion, the best zombies map of all time. And I know there's mud, and a lot of people hate that. Dan, I'm looking at you. It's a learning curve. By far, it's a huge learning curve. And I played Origins to the point where I was trying to optimize everything. Doing 3 to 4 steps for that Easter egg at once. All at one go. And it was... I think I got the Easter egg down to where I was doing that final step at like around 18. 16 or 8. I think it was 18. But like on average I would get it at like around 20, around 23. I remember that, but the lowest I ever had it was around 18, and then I tried to do that again and again and again and again and again. But why was that so special? And not a lot of people realized it. Well, maybe a lot did, but not enough people realized something that was amazing. Because I remember people focusing on the staffs, and they would like try to glitch out the staffs so you could carry more than one. The last step of that Easter egg, where you send up the drone, if you back it up to the second to last step of the Easter egg, where you feed the orb, the souls and everything, and then guess what happens? Let's say you don't take the drone in and you just play that area. What happens? As soon as that soul feeding step is done, the walls go up in the crazy place. It's wide open. You're not going to have things popping up behind you, be it a wall or be it a boss fight, that's going to get you killed. You have that wide open. And every single staff is there in that location. You have the perfect area for high rounds. And how do you get that area? You do every single step of the Easter egg except for the last one. That in itself is what makes Origins the best map of all time for me, in my opinion. Because you just did all of that work of doing all of those steps of the Easter egg, and now you have the perfect spot to go to high rounds. Maybe not the quickest. There's other spots where you can the spawn rates are a lot more optimized, but if you're there for a long time and not necessarily a quick time, if you're just there to kill zombies, which is what I'm all about, it gave you the best training spot in the game. And I loved it. And I miss it. No map has been able to capture that. Like I said, the Rise of Drak, it had me. But that boss fight ruined it. So, whatever this final map is for Call of Duty Cold War, it more than likely will be the final zombies map that I will play. So with that, that is the final farewell. Wait. Hold up. One last thing that I do want to say. Yes, I want to get back into making videos and making content. Like I said, there's not a game that's gripped me yet. There's a lot of games coming out, and there's some beautiful things on the horizon. Pun intended. If those games can grip me, I'm in. I will make videos. I will say this, I did not play Horizon Zero Dawn again. Same thing with Battlefield 5. I didn't play the game until it came out for free through PlayStation Plus. If I had known how good Horizon Zero Dawn was at launch, I would have bought that game and made so many videos on it, you have no fucking idea. Horizon Zero Dawn is by far one of the best games I have ever played. Top 5, 100%. It's there. It is amazing. But with how recent sequels have gone, the two things that I'm going to talk about, one of them is a movie, one of them is a game. One of them is a trilogy. Star Wars. What the fuck? It's a sequel. The three Star Wars movies, on their own, The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker. If those three movies are on their own as a trilogy with their own IP, great fucking movies. Fantastic movies. But when you make them a sequel to an already existing universe, what the fuck? You just shattered that universe. What the fuck? 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 Stop it. Get some help. No. And then we look at one that's a video game. Again, The Last of Us 2, on its own, is a brilliant fucking game. It's amazing. I don't necessarily agree with a lot of the decisions, but it makes a good story. But when it's a sequel with an already existing universe and characters that you already know their personalities, and when you fundamentally change who the fuck they are, what the fuck? I mean, if Joel wasn't Joel, if it was just a person, if Ellie wasn't Ellie, if she was just a person, and it's a new IP, it's an awesome game. Because you don't know those characters. How do you take The Last of Us, a game that focused on the relationship between Joel and Ellie? Like, that was what made the game so good, was the relationship between Joel and Ellie, and you do fuck all with it in the sequel. What the fuck? There's so many things wrong with how The Last of Us 2 was handled. This video is already half an hour long. Well, at least I've been recording for 32 minutes and 20 seconds. This is just, it's a bonus to the end. Explaining how, like, Josh, my friend Josh, one of my best friends, if not my best friend, we talked about this, sitting in a zombies lobby for 13 fucking hours. We talked. This was one of them. How long did we talk about The Last of Us 2 and all of the issues? I cannot condense that into a video. Holy shit. There are so many issues with that game. I will recommend a video. In the top right corner right now, the little eye icon. Please, future me, don't forget to put this in. Everything is explained in that video, in that man's video. Holy shit. Last of Us 2 was an absolute shit show. And I've got to move on, because I will go on a rant. Holy fuck, that game's bad. With that being said, with the state of sequels and how they've been going, I'm wary of Horizon Forbidden West. I hope they're smart enough to just add on to what they already have and not change Aloy in any way. From what I've seen, it looks really fucking good. Minus her hair still clips to her weapons. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not going to nitpick on that. The game itself by far exceeds those small nitpicks. And even, so, Horizon Forbidden West, by far a game that I look forward and want to make content for. Another game. My favorite game of all time is Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Again, top 5 game of all time. The combat needs work, but if you ignore the combat, it's phenomenal. Even with the combat, this is still a top 5 game. That combat needs to work. Please rework it in the remake. What I'm talking about here is the remake. I, by far, am looking forward to making content on that. Again, it's a remake, not necessarily a sequel, but they can rework it into whatever way that they want. They might ruin it. I'm hoping they don't, but the possibility for them ruining it is there. Please don't. And the final game, of course, I already talked about it. Battlefield 2042. Battlefield 5, which I've been playing it less than a year. I got into it, I think, this year is when it came out on Plus. Battlefield 5 is the first Battlefield that I actually enjoyed playing. That gunplay reminded me so much of Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2. I instantly fell in love with it. I love it. But it's at a point where that game is getting old now, and I'm still fresh on it, that there's really no point besides just me going after camos and stuff like that. So I'd rather wait and get myself addicted on the new Battlefield, on 2042, which I'm about to go play. Again, if that gunplay hooks me, I'm making a shit ton of content on it. And I want to be addicted to gaming again. It hasn't happened, and I'm hoping one of these 3 games can do it. Because I know for damn sure it's not going to be Vanguard. And Zombies alone, just, it's not doing it. So, once again, as far as Call of Duty Zombies go, this final map will more than likely be the final goodbye. So, how do I end videos? Apparently, we do it by announcing that Road Company has been installed. Good night, or good morning, or
good evening, good afternoon, Kevin.
Yeah. I don't know how to end videos. It's been so long. Farewell, my friends.